Ah, breakfast.
Watch it, the plate's on.
Are these fertile eggs?
Are these eggs fertile? Naturally.
What'd you fry them in?
We ran out of the safflower seed oil, but I found a bottle of peanut oil on the shelf. Don't worry, it's not harmed your genetic.
Is that the cold-pressed stuff or the junk Hilda bought by mistake?
Yes, man, yes. Hi.
Good morning, Walter.
Hi, Walter. What brings you here?
Have some breakfast, man. What are you having?
Soy and wheat germ pancakes, organic guava nectar, calcium lactate and tomato juice, and garbanzo omelets sprinkled with smoked yeast. Join us?
No, thanks. Sounds great, though. I brought something to show you. Could I have some of the guys help me?
Is it murdered man?
It's better.
Come on.
Orders. Put it in the middle of the room.
When did you do this, Walter?
Last night. It doesn't take me very long.
I should say not.
Well, let's see it, man.
Walter, I can't believe it.
I'm honored to know this man.
Do you think it's nice?
Hey, she's beautiful.
Do you think it's nicer than Murdered Man?
Oh, I don't know, Walter. It's impossible to choose. They're both great.
Walter, I'm deeply moved. To show my appreciation, I'm going to give a party tonight at the Yellow Door, in your honor. And I shall compose a poem.
Some more champagne, Your Majesty?
Here.
Where?
There. Fine. Man, let's have another little kiss.
Walter, you're a wretch.
Yeah?
Here we go! Right. Here we go! All right. Walter. The bird that flies now pays later through the nose of ambidextrous apathy. Necrophiles may dance upon the placemats in an orgy of togetherness. The highway of life cuts sharply through the shady ghettos and the ivy-covered tombs, and laughter rings from every time capsule in the star-spangled firmament. And in the deep freeze it is the children's hour, and no one knows that Duncan is murdered, and no one knows that Walter Paisley is born. Duncan knows, Tuesday Sunrise knows, alley cats and garbage cans and steaming pavements and you and I and the nude descending the staircase and all such things with souls, we know that Walter Paisley is born. Ring rubber bells, beat cotton gongs, strike silken cymbals, play leathern flutes, the cats and cans and you and I and all such things with souls. We shall hear Walter Paisley is born, and the souls become flesh. Walter Paisley is born.
Marvelous, darling, marvelous.
Man, like that was the greatest gas I ever heard.
Crazy, what did he say? Didn't you hear him? No, man, I'm too far out.
Maxwell, that was magnificent.
I feel so elegant.
Walter deserved every word of it.
It makes me so glad I'm aware.
Did you hear what he said?
Yes, Walter.
All about me. It's true, isn't it?
Every word.
You better hold off on the bubbly, artist.
Yeah, why?
You might talk too much.
What would I say?
Most anything, I expect.
Are you two trying to ignore the rest of us?
Oh, not me, Maxwell. I wouldn't ignore you. I know what it is to be ignored.
Tell us what you're going to do next, Walter.
I'm going to make the most wonderful, wildest, wickedest things you've ever seen. I'm going to make Big statues and little statues, tall statues and short statues. I'm gonna make statues of nobodies and statues of famous people, statues of actors and poets and people who sell things on television, and a statue of the mayor and some opera singers and their intimate friends. And everybody will say, Walter, let me shake your hand. It's been a real pleasure to have known you. Alley cats and garbage cans, they know that Walter Paisley is born. Ring rubber bells, beat cotton gowns, strike silken cymbals, play leathern flutes. Tell us what you're gonna do next, Walter. I'm gonna make big statues, little statues, movie stars and poets, and guys who sell things on television. And the mayor and some opera singers. That's what you're gonna do next, Walter. What am I gonna do next? What am I gonna do next? I gotta do something before they forget. I know what it's like to be ignored.
Who are you? What do you want?
Life is an obscure hobo, bumming a ride on the omnibus of art.
Huh? What'd you say?
What is not creation is graham crackers. Let them all crumble to feed the creator.
Oh, beat it. You must be nuts.
Hello, Leonard. Beautiful morning, isn't it?
Was. What's that you got in the box?
Just wait till you see this.
Extra, extra, horrible murder at furniture factory. Read about the man who got cut in half. Extra, extra. Police can only find part of it.
Leonard. What's the matter, Leonard?
You made a bust.
Yeah, isn't it wonderful? What's the matter, Leonard?
Put it down, Walter, please. Walter, listen to me carefully. I don't want you to make any more statues. You understand? No more statues.
Why not? I gotta make statues, Leonard. You heard Brock. They want me to make them. If I stop making them, I'll just be a busboy again.
Brock, he's behind all of this with his stupid, bitter poetry. Listen, you've got to stop and right away. I'm beginning to feel responsible.
Why? What did you do?
Never mind. Walter, I've decided to have that show for you right away. It's when Carla comes, we'll have her work up some nice invitations. We'll have them printed up. We'll invite the critics and the art collectors. We'll tell them.
Well, I don't see why we can't go.
Mr. Leonard DeSantis is afraid to have you come. You who buy his coffee and lure his tourists. You are the heart and soul and meat of the Yellow Door. He slighted you.
Did you get an invitation?
I did not, but I'm going anyway. Not to drink his champagne, but to see Walter's triumph. After that, we go no more.
Hi, Maxwell.
I won't say good luck, Walter.
Why not?
It would imply you could not succeed on your ability alone.
You look so handsome.
I do. So do you. I mean, you look so pretty.
Thank you.
Are you ready?
Oh, we've got plenty of time.
I know, but I wanted to talk to you.
Okay, we can go now if you like. Bye.
Later, man, later.
Swing.
Man, why do you suppose Walter wants to get her alone?
Do you suppose he could be physically attracted to her?
No, man, he ain't the type. He don't get enough vitamin E.
Maxwell gave him a bottle of wheat germ oil once. Maybe he just started taking it.
What did you want to talk to me about, Walter?
Well, what kind of people do you like, Carla?
Oh, thinking people. Artistic people, I guess.
You think I'm artistic?
Of course I do.
That means you like me.
I like you very much, Walter.
I thought you did on account how you kissed me the other night.
Oh, that was for your sculptor of the girl you nude in the chair.
Carla, I've been alone for a long time, and I know you've been alone, because you never seem to go out with anybody, even though Leonard's always asking you to go out with him, and I just...
What are you trying to say?
Carla, I don't want to make statues anymore. I want to get married. To you.
How long have you been thinking about this, Walter?
Oh, for a long time. Ever since you first came to work at the club. You were the only one who was ever nice to me. I didn't know you loved me until you kissed me.
Walter, I do like you. And I did kiss you. But that was because of your work. There's more to being in love with someone than just that.
You mean you don't love me?
I'm afraid that's what I mean.
But you gotta love me. Why do you think I made that statue of Alice?
Walter, I'm sorry, but
You just can't be sorry. I want to marry you.
Now calm down, Walter, and let's go in there and then maybe when the show's over we can talk about it.
Well, I don't want to talk about it. I get it. I see the whole thing now. Nobody knows that Walter Paisley is born. Carla, will you do one favor for me?
Just about anything, Walter.
Would you let me make a statue of you?
Would you really like to? That'd make me very happy.
Okay. Tonight. I'll make a statue of you tonight. Okay?
Come on.
No, thanks.
This could bring about a return to realism.
Yes, a one-man return. We have many artists about, but no craftsmen. This man knows his anatomy.
I'd give $1,500 for this.
After you read my review, it'll probably cost you $5,000.
So what's the trouble? Why should you be so depressed? Have you heard the things they're saying? You can make $25,000 on these pieces alone.
I thought you put money down.
I do, but $25,000?
Leave me alone.
Out. Man,
gentlemen, we have come to make the scene.
Want some cappuccino, man? We got the bread. We're not open for business. This is an art exhibit. No bums. Get out.
That art is a bum, man.
And he's sober. Yeah, well, that's his problem.
All right, man, all right. We'll wait outside.
Yeah, you wait outside. What's the matter?
Walter, there's a body inside that statue.
Well, that's Alice. It's all right, Carla. Maxwell says it's all right. Let them become clay in his hands that he might mold them.
Walter, you stay away from me.
Don't you see, Carla? I made them immortal. Don't you see, I can do the same for you.
I'm going at the base. I'm going with you.
Hey, man, what is the score?
Walter Paisley's a murderer.
Ah, man, I saw him chasing Carla down the street.
What was that? Nobody knows I'm here.
Walter.
No. They couldn't know. They're dead. No. How could they know?
Did you see him?
He's hiding around here someplace.
He can't hide just because we're in clay and he isn't.
Walter, go home.
He won't know where else to go.
Walter, go home.
Where is he?
We'll have him soon, Lou.
We'll teach him he can't murder us and get away with it, won't we?
Walter. Walter. What you gonna do now, Walter?
I'll hide where they'll never find me.
Susie's Romy, he's gone crazy!
Crazy! Crazy, open up! Crazy!
I suppose he would have called it Hanging Man. His greatest work.
What strange erotic force was taking hold of the women of Peckham, California? What orgasmic ritual unlocked the hidden sexual appetites of these women? What changed them from everyday housewives into ravishingly beautiful women? What bizarre secrets threatened every man in town? The invasion of the B-girl. However, there are 3 points of uniformity I would like to bring out. 1, all the victims have been men. They've all died apparently, and I'd like to stress the word apparently, by overexhaustion in the act of sexual intercourse.
Total sexual abstinence.
Well, let me tell you something. Me, for one, ain't gonna give up a little pleasure I get from screwing my old lady, or anybody else for that matter.
Abstinence isn't going to be anything new around here.
Well, if I were positive it was going to kill you, I'd do it.
The United States government sent their top investigator to Peckham to try and stop this sex-driven epidemic.
But you were the last person to see him alive on the night he was murdered.
All right. You might as well know. We bawled, and we bawled, and we bawled, till he dropped dead.
The invasion of the B-girl. Is there a man in your town who can satisfy the B-girl? Rated R from Sequoia Pictures.
rebuild giant corporate and government entities powered by vast amounts of personal information and expect them to be transparent machines, making our lives safer and easier. We are outraged that we are losing our privacy, yet continue to upload more of our personal info, which is sold to the highest bidder. For many people, Google and Facebook already know who your friends are, who you email, where you live, where you work, what books you read, what songs you listen to, what events you're going to, everything you search, every website you go to, and where you are right now. We are the transparent machines, generating billions of dollars for giant corporations from our private information.
Blast off for another exciting adventure in outer space with Scott McCloud, Space Angel, in the story of Incident of the Loud Planet. Our story opens at Earth Control on a routine day. The dispatchers are about to okay a Venus Junction space freighter launch.
Venus Junction, this is Earth Control, over.
Earth Control, this is Venus Junction. Go ahead.
Here's your party, Chief.
Space Freighter 005, this is Earth Control. Request granted. Launch your cargo capsule on orbit 2.76.
Earth Control, this is Space Freighter 005, roger. Releasing cargo on orbit 2.76, over.
Hey, what's this? Oh, no, it couldn't be. Master Control, this is Station 7. Alert. This is Master Control. What's wrong, Bill? I'm recording red alert in Sector 045. Over. Station 7, red alert. Sector 045. Roger. Hang on, Bill. This is Master Control. Put me through to the Chief. This is an emergency.
Come in, Earth Control. What's up?
Disturbance in Sector 045, Chief. Source unidentified. It's jamming communications.
Check all stations and verify. And move, man.
Check. All stations, stand by for fix on unidentified signal and report.
Roger, Master Control.
Touched a bite of your lunch yet. How long do you think you could keep this up without making yourself sick? You've got to eat. I'll eat, Mom. I'm just not hungry yet. Oh, dear. I'm okay, Mom. Just leave me alone, please. No, Johnny, I won't. It's high time we put a stop to this. I've put up with this beep, beep, beep of your equipment every day for 3 years now while you've searched the skies for your father. Johnny, it's no use. He's gone. He's not coming back. He is, too. I'm going to find him if it takes all my life. Don't stop me, Mom. Someday I'm going to find that wild planet. It has to come back. It has to. Oh, Johnny, dear, it's just no use. Oh, how I've prayed that... Mom! Mom, that's it! I found it! Look, it's the wild planet! We found Dad! Oh, Johnny, do something! Yahoo! You know it! I'll peek the gain. Hit the bearing computer and recorder. And now what? That's it! In a minute we'll know the position and speed of the planet sonics, and Earth Space Control can send searchers after it. I did it, Mom! I did it! I produced an element that can't be found any place on Earth!
But, Chief, we put the data through the analyzer, and it's unable to locate the source.
Put me through to the Starduster. It's operating in that area. Maybe we can get some missing data from the Space Angel.
Okay, Chief. Stand by.
Urgent signal from Master Control, Scott. It must be the Chief.
Right, Crystal. Master Control, this is the Starduster. Go ahead, Chief.
Scott, there's a strange signal coming from the direction of your patrol area. Have you seen anything?
Sure have, Chief. And our wave detector registers sonite. And it's getting stronger.
Sonite? Are you sure?
Afraid so, Chief. We haven't had a blast yet.
Here it comes!
Scott, are you all right?
So far, Chief, but...
Hey, Skipper! Our automatic guidance system is knocked out.
We're coming apart at the seams!
She's out of control.
Where can the mysterious sonite signal be coming from? Will the space dart be able to escape its force? Be sure and see the next exciting episode of Space Angel. Blast off for another exciting adventure in outer space with Scott McCloud, Space Angel, in the story of Incident of the Loud Planet. Remember last time, Johnny transmitted a signal into space and was receiving an answer when Scott and his crew were suddenly thrown out of control by a mysterious sonite signal.
Scott, we're spinning! But what's happening, Scott?
When we blasted into that sonite belt, it threw us out of control. And when I chopped off the power, the sonite waves took over and are pulling us along in their wake.
Now we're churning along with it like a chip of wood on a gigantic wave. Eh, Skipper?
But how do we get out of this?
Just hang on to your hats. It's going to be quite a jolt. Try to strap yourselves in now. This is it.
Right, Skipper. All okay here, me lad. Let her rip.
I'm going to pour on all the coal she could take and blast free.
We hope. Like an elephant was standing on my middle. That's enough of that for one day.
Taurus, you're just getting old.
Earth Control. Earth Control, this is Starduster. Over.
Starduster, this is Earth Control. Go ahead.
Earth Control, this is Starduster. Clear pad for landing. Priority 1.
Roger, Starduster. I'll notify the Chief. Take pad 3. Chief, this is Master Control. Space Angel just landed in the Starduster.
Splendid, Master Control. Send the Space Angel right in.
Yes, sir.
And call Dr. Mace for an immediate conference.
Dr. Mace. Yes, sir. Right away, sir.
My viewer was knocked out and never did get a glimpse of the asteroid. Sonite wave at that point was 2 space units across, Professor Mace.
From that angle, I would say the sonite waves must have been transmitted from Earth. The sonite asteroid only magnified them and bounced them back.
Then sonite transmission could knock out any spacecraft that got into the path of its transmission?
Not the path of transmission, Scott. It's the bounce-back wave from the greater source of sonite that is dangerous. That's why we've got to find out who, when, where, what is broadcasting this thing. We're running the recorded data through now. We'll know exactly where it's coming from in a minute. Come in.
Pardon me, Chief. There's a young boy out here who says he's been broadcasting sonite. I thought you'd like to talk to him.
Would I? I'll say I would. Send him in here. Your computer pinpoints the sonite transmission in the 1200 block on Pine Street, right here in the city. And where do you live, young man?
1240 Pine Street, sir.
Young man, don't you know that transmitting sonite is against the law?
Yes, sir, but...
Do you know you almost killed the Space Angel?
Now, Chief, don't be so tough on him.
It was the only way to locate the wild planet Sonex through harmonic response. And my dad was lost on it over 3 years ago, and I found it. I have the computer tape, and...
Wait a minute. Slow down.
The boy makes sense. The planet Sonex was in this area 3 years ago. And Professor Kendall, who went out to survey it, has never returned. Scott, this looks like a job for the Space Angel.
Oh, boy, the Space Angel.
Roger, Chief. I'll notify the Space Angel to have the Starduster ready for blastoff first thing in the morning.
Will Scott find the planet Sonex? Can Professor Kendall still be alive? Don't miss the next exciting episode of Space Angel. Blast off for another exciting adventure in outer space with Scott McCloud, Space Angel, in the story of Incident of the Loud Planet. Remember last time, Johnny was picked up by the Space Control for transmitting sonite, which was interfering with space travel lanes. Johnny pointed out that he believes through harmonic response, he's discovered the missing planet Sonex. The chief then ordered Scott to blast off and go in search of the wild planet Sonex, on which Johnny's dad has been lost. Scott, is the Starduster all ready to blast off on schedule?
Ready, willing, and able, sir. Crystal's helping Professor Mace check out our new tracking gear, and Taurus is directing the loading of supplies.
Where's the Space Angel? Can I meet the Space Angel?
No, Johnny, he's already on board. I'll see if I can't get you two together when we get back.
You're going along too, huh, Mr. Scott?
You bet, Johnny. I'll be tagging along.
Then will you tell him I know he can find my dad? I'm counting on the Space Angel.
I'm sure the Space Angel will do his very best, Johnny.
Thank you, Mr. Scott, sir. Okay if I go down and look over the Starduster?
Sure, Johnny. Go ahead.
Launching crew, report to platform 3. Launching crew.
That kid's sharp, Scott. Could be he'll catch on that you're the Space Angel.
I know, Chief. I'd better get aboard before he returns and fires more questions at me.
Okay, Scott. Good luck, and stay in close contact, my friend.
Right, Chief. All set, kids? Ready when you are.
Okay here, Skipper.
A-okay, Scott.
Space Control. Space Control. This is Starduster. Ready for countdown. Over.
Roger, Starduster. Ready for countdown. Clear launching Station 3 of all equipment and personnel. Emergency vehicles, stand by. 8, 7...
Atomic engine activator.
Atomic engine activator, go.
6, 5...
Trajectory angle.
4, 3...
3.05, go.
2, 1, 0... Liftoff.
We're free of Earth's gravity. I'll switch over to our own gyrogravity equalizer.
Roger, Taurus.
Trajectory looks very good, Scott.
Roger, Crystal. We're in free flight.
How's the new sonite tracking equipment working, Chris?
All okay. I'm just checking the present position of the sonite asteroid.
Hey, Taurus.
Yes, Skipper?
My radiation indicator isn't working. Better go aft and check the shielding.
Aye, Skipper, right away. Probably a resistor out. What the? Well, I'll be.
What the?
Here. Hey, Skipper, I found a mouse in the machinery.
Johnny Kendall. What are you doing here?
I sneaked aboard while they were loading the sonite tracking equipment. How on earth did you survive the blast-off? I strapped myself to the computer rack.
That's why your indicator wasn't working, Skipper.
Hey, where's the space angel? Well,
You see, lad, he's,
Johnny, I suppose we'll have to take you into our confidence and trust you'll never tell anyone. I'm the space angel.
Gee.
Now, as long as you're here, we have no choice but to take you along. Taurus, see if you can rig up a spacesuit for our new crew member, Johnny Kendall. We're entering Sector 5. Won't be long now.
Scott, the alarm. We're registering sonite.
There it is.
the sonite planet.
The sonite planet. Will they find Professor Kendall? Be sure to see the next exciting episode of Space Angel. Blast off for another exciting adventure in outer space with Scott McCloud, Space Angel, in the story of Incident of the Loud Planet. You remember last time, Johnny had stowed away on the space dart. Scott had gone too far to turn back, so agreed to take Johnny along on their search for the sonite planet and Johnny's dad, Professor Kendall.
It certainly looks evil enough, Skipper.
It looks completely dead. How could anyone survive on such a place?
If anybody could, it would be your father, Johnny. He's a very capable man.
Aye, laddie. I read one of his books on how to survive in hostile environments.
Gravity reading .015. Moving up fast, Scott.
Right, Chris. We'll drop into orbit now and survey this planetoid. Taurus, get on the analyzer and check for atmosphere content.
Aye, Skipper.
Crystal, check the radiation and ground conditions, please.
Right, Scott. Aren't we going to land, sir?
Not until we take a look around, Johnny. We have to know what we're getting into.
Off the guard. Notify the Queen. Unidentified spacecraft approaching. Your Highness, we have an alert. Unidentified spacecraft coming in on low approach.
Well, General, shall we go see who our unexpected visitor is?
Of course, Your Highness. Who knows but we may fall heir to another useful prize.
Safe enough. Let's drop down and drag the area. Atmosphere readings, Taurus?
Atmosphere negligible, Skipper.
Geiger reading in the green. Safe gravity, .094 Gs.
Very good.
They're coming closer now, Your Highness.
Does the stranger have any markings, General?
Your Highness, it looks like the Space Angel ship.
The Space Angel. I might have known.
Your Highness, the tower. They'll spot the sonite transmission tower.
Of course they will, you fool. We'll just prepare a little surprise reception for the space angel.
Why, of course, Your Highness.
Sure hope my dad's down there.
Aye, lad.
Hey, look. Was that a tower?
Out here in the middle of nowhere?
Hey, Taurus, check astern.
Aye, Skipper. Jumping Jupiter, it's a tower, all right. And there's smoke coming up near it.
Then it must be coming from an underground installation. Oh, boy! Dad must be there. He's alive. He must be alive.
Chances are pretty good, Johnny. Stand by, crew. We're coming about for a landing.
Landing legs extended.
Steady, power. Steady.
Power steady. Ready for touchdown.
That space angel is such a fool. Is everything in readiness for his surprise, General?
Everything, Your Highness. The space angel will get the surprise reception he deserves.
What kind of a surprise has the Queen for the space angel? Will Scott fall into their trap? Don't miss the next exciting episode of Space Angel.
The beaten generation, the beaten generation, reared on a diet of prejudice and misinformation. The beaten generation, the beaten generation. Open your eyes, open your imagination. They send in the special police to deliver us from liberty and keep us from peace. Remove the words that ill upon their tongues when they tell us justice is being done. That freedom lives in the barrels of a warm gun.